been
Oh
killed.
my God.
It seemed every
13
3
years.
months.
Can you imagine?
Or when this be that.
39 men were left
Shortly
behind.
after,
2 months?
months.
Columbus and his
Oh,
drink,
wow, they were even
gifts
welcoming.
of parrots, and theft
Oh.
of anything they saw.
Hi guys,
welcome back to
The
the channel.
channel.
It's your favorite girls
back again
with another amazing video. So guys, please do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like. Please. It will go a really long way. Today we are looking at the discovery of America and what happened after. Okay.
The discovery
of America. And I know we've been looking at a lot of American content
recently.
And yes,
yeah.
a lot of everything that has to do with America. We are falling in love with America. And
Exactly.
today we want to discover.
Want to check?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
okay, what was the discovery? How did it happen?
Exactly. And what happened after. And things are still happening. So guys,
let's get right into the video.
How Columbus came to the Americas with his 3 ships. But who did he find there? And how were the Spanish greeted? This is the story of the first contact between the Native American and the Spanish people, and what followed after. The Caribbean, 1492. On October 11th, 1492, the Spanish were approaching the Bahamas from the northeast when they saw something interesting. Land was first seen by a sailor named Rodrigo de Triana. But Admiral Columbus, at 10 o'clock, saw a light, though he was uncertain that he could affirm it was land. Afterwards, Columbus claimed he saw the light once or twice more, like a wax candle rising and falling. It seemed to some to be
did he say a light or a land?
I think he said he saw a land at first.
Okay, a land.
Then later, he now saw a light falling from it like twice.
Okay.
Like there was a light coming out from the land that he saw to indicate that there are probably people there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Indication of land. Columbus had to make certain that land was close. Columbus asked and admonished the men to keep a good lookout on the forecastle and to watch well for land. He made a statement saying that a reward of a silk doublet, along with 10,000 maravedis promised by the sovereigns, would go to the first sailor to see land. At 2 hours after midnight, land was sighted at a distance
put a price
of 2 leagues.
On it for the first person to see a land.
Columbus ordered the 3 ships to halt and wait for daylight before going further. The next day, on October 12, 1492, after 2 months at sea, Columbus and his crew finally clearly spotted.
Do people stay that long on sea? 2 months?
Yeah, they do actually. They do. People stay like months, honestly.
Imagine being on sea for like 2 months. That's a very long time.
Looking for something that you're not even sure you're going to find.
You're
and what if you get there and they're like dangerous
things? Exactly.
Yeah, that could actually harm you. The people are very defensive. They have like war duties and fight and sword and everything, and you just. But I feel embarking on this, you must have been really prepared for the worst.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's just continue. This is getting interesting.
Land.
It is.
It's not known where they landed, but we can say for sure that they landed somewhere in the Bahamas. Having landed, they saw trees very green and fruits of diverse kinds. Upon reaching land, Columbus fell to his knees, thanked God for a safe voyage, and planted a flag in the ground, claiming the land for Spain. The Taínos, who had lived there for 1,000 years, watched from behind trees and bushes. Shortly after landing, many of the island's inhabitants assembled on the beach. The Taínos gave them food and drink,
gifts
of parrots, cotton, and other goods. And the Spaniards gave them gifts of red hats and beads. The Taíno people had never seen white men before and thought they were gods. Columbus spent the next 2 months looking for gold. In December of 1492, while they were sailing east of Cuba, 3 ships under the command of Columbus approached the second largest island in the Caribbean, which they later called La Española. Just when he was about to return to Spain on Christmas Eve, his ship, the Santa Maria, ran aground and sank. The Taíno chief, Guacanagari, told his people to help the Spanish and retrieve every salvageable item. A problem arose when all the sailors who had accompanied Columbus could not fit on the 2 remaining and smaller ships. So a fort was built using the salvaged wood from the Santa Maria and 39 men were left behind at a fort Columbus called La Navidad.
39 men were left
Shortly
behind.
after, Columbus set sail for Spain, taking some of the natives and birds, foods, and plants to show the king and
Wow.
queen. For the second voyage, Columbus was given a fleet of 17 ships and some soldiers. Upon
17
arrival
ships.
at La Navidad, Columbus found the fort burned to the ground, and all 39 men he had left behind had been killed.
Oh my God.
It seems the sailors left behind.
Oh my God.
Wait, the sailors they left behind misbehaved.
What could possibly happen for them to kill all of them?
Oh my God.
Misbehaved in what manner? Like all 17 of
God.
them were killed.
Killed.
This is not the sailors misbehaving, this is the pupil. Do you understand?
Do you think so?
Because I mean, you should be smart enough to know that you're in somebody else's land.
Exactly. And these people are not, it seems they are not very exposed at
Compared
all.
to you that came
Yes.
there. Because you have the advancement, they had not seen white people before, but you know that they
Exactly.
exist. But let's just continue. It's actually
Oh my
like
God.
scary.
It is.
Let's just
Oh my
continue.
God.
Had misbehaved in the form of rape of the local women and theft of anything they saw that they
Did you just say that?
Yes, they tried to rape the local women. Oh my God.
Like how? I mean,
Jesus.
you must have beautiful women back then. For you to be a
Exactly.
sailor, you are exposed. How do you try to do that?
So they got killed for trying to rape these women.
Let's
my
just
God.
continue.
wanted. One of the local leaders, named Caunabo, had met with the other leaders, and all but one agreed that gods would never have behaved in the manner that the Spaniards had, and they decided the Spaniards had to go, so they eliminated them and the threat they posed to their people. Columbus vowed to find Caunabo and retaliate. More fortified places were rapidly built, including a city founded on January 2nd, 1493, and named La Isabela for the queen. From that point on, life as the Taino knew it ended. The Spaniards took revenge for the destruction of the Fort La Navidad and also took slaves. Columbus forced the Taínos to work in the gold mines searching for gold. Those who refused were killed. Each adult over 14 years of age was expected to deliver a hawk's bell full of gold every 3 months.
Can you imagine?
Or when this was lacking, 25 pounds of spun cotton. If this tribute was not brought, the Spanish cut off the hands of the Taino and left them to bleed to death. Taino women were given to Spaniards to do with whatever they wished.
Oh my God.
The fields, unattended, failed to yield enough food for the Taínos and the Spaniards, whose supplies had run out. All were hungry. Columbus found Caunabo. They tricked him in order to capture him, and he was put on a ship that was sent to Spain and was never heard from again. Many Taínos starved to death. Others died from hard labor. Many committed suicide. Epidemics swept the island. They were beaten, tortured, raped, enslaved, and murdered. After 1496, the number of Taínos fell by about 70%. Guacanagari, the chief who befriended Columbus, also died soon. At this point, the Spaniards in La Isabela started a rebellion against Columbus and his brothers. The Spanish king and queen sent a royal investigator to calm the situation. Columbus and his brothers were found guilty for numerous crimes against both the natives and the Spaniards. Columbus and his brothers were arrested and put on a ship to Spain. The Spanish authorities would allow him another voyage across the ocean, but they forbid him to visit La Española. He explored the Caribbean for 2 years and then returned to Spain, where he died in 1506. Meanwhile, on La Española, the Taínos who didn't want to work for the Spanish fled for the hills. The Taínos ruled in a mountain region. Their leader was a woman named Anacaona. She was the wife of Caunabo, the chief who had led the attack on the Spanish fort years earlier. In 1503, the Spanish governor requested a meeting with her in order to break the resistance. During the meeting of 80 Taíno leaders, including Anacaona, the Spanish governor Nicolás de Ovando ordered the meeting house to be set on fire to burn them alive. Anacaona was arrested and accused of conspiracy for resisting occupation and executed. Prior to her execution, Anacaona was offered clemency if she would give herself to one of the Spaniards, which was common in the era. Standing with her
This was
fellow
actually
Tainos in
serious.
solidarity, the Taino indigenous female leader chose execution over colluding with her Spanish enemy, her refusal
my
creating her
God.
legend. Anacaona remained rebellious and independent until her violent public death. She was executed by hanging at the age of 29.
29.
Another
29.
Taino chief,
So she was doing all of
Kotubana
this
Maho,
under
was
29.
ruling in
29,
another
at a very
area,
young age.
successfully resisting the Spaniards for
My
a
God.
while, until he suffered the same fate as Anacaona. But there was one Taino who came to be known as the most resilient of all. His name was Enrique. He was also in the meeting when the Spaniards burned 80 Taino leaders. In fact, one of them was his father. Enrique managed to escape. After a Spaniard governor named Venezuela raped his wife, Enrique started a revolt in 1519 with a large number of Tainos from the mountain range. He and his followers started a community in the mountains and set up a scouting network. Enrique instructed his men to fight only in self-defense, to kill Spaniards only in the course of battle, otherwise simply to deprive them of their arms. The Spaniards often attacked them, but the Tainos pushed them off time after time. During one battle, Venezuela himself was captured, but even his life would be spared. Enrique ordered his release. The Tainos were able to continue the rebellion and waged guerrilla warfare on the Spaniards until 1533, because of their better knowledge of the region. As the Spaniards were not able to control the rebellion, Spain's monarch, Charles V, signed a treaty granting the Tainos the rights of freedom and possession. Enrique
That's
settled in the
beautiful.
mountains with his 4,000 followers, the last members of the Taino culture. By this
last
time, the
memories.
native population was rapidly declining due to European diseases.
Wow.
At the end of the century,
My goodness. So at the end of the day, the Taino culture was actually like
Like wiped off completely.
from the face of the earth.
Something that could have actually been avoided right from start.
Like, how can a culture actually be wiped off?
Oh my
That's
God.
serious. But I think this title says what the history of America.
Yeah, the discovery of America.
I think the Taino people are like the native people that were in that land.
Okay.
Because I don't think this has to do with America, right?
I do not think so. I'm not really sure about it.
But like the fact that the Spanish people actually wiped off this.
Just tried, and I think everything just happened because of rape. And I feel like
And they were wrong
Yes,
for even
yes,
trying
they
to
were.
rape somebody.
Exactly.
You went to their land, they accepted you, they gave you gold,
yes,
they gave you gifts,
exactly.
they allowed you to go with their people. For you people to even stay, that means you're bonded to a particular thing, they trust you.
True.
And the next thing you want to do is to go and rape.
Rape. And I feel like a simple apology could have actually solved this whole history of pain and torture for everyone. A simple apology could have
I
actually
think the
solved
fact that they
everything.
actually killed the people
They killed them at the end of the day. Yeah.
was the reason why the Spanish people were actually like angry. But like, rape is bad, but I feel like killing them was actually
Extreme.
yeah. I'm sure it's not the whole 17 people that actually tried to rape. You know, maybe
But they
it's a
just
few of
got
them
angry, yeah.
and said, okay, we don't want these people, and that
Got
was
angry and
extreme. If it was like 2 people or the particular people that tried to do that you killed, and then used that one as example, but I don't know. It's just.
It was really sad.
But I actually like need clarity here. Is this how American was discovered? Did we get the title wrong? Because something doesn't seem right. Oh, how Columbus came to America with 3 ships. So this time, people, this place that was discovered, I think that is the America of today. So I feel like this story has a continuation because to me, it's not so clear. Okay, I really want to know how it evolved to the America that it is today. After this history, after this time people were cleared, what happened next? So we are going to check if this video has a part 2. We are going to like continue it for better clarity. And as well, you can leave your comments, clarify if you're American.
Tell us more about the history.
Yeah, we really like to learn. Thank you so much for watching this one with us.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as we did filming it, because we really enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
So Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like.
Thumbs up.
Exactly. And please do not forget to share with your friends and your family members, everyone around you.
Thank you. It will go a long way. God bless you. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you all
in our next video.
Bye.